Camper Shore Base to be the official tour guide and explain what's going on around here.
I guess there's only so much we can show you in an 18 metre by 18 metre shore base. I'm sure you're probably more into a lot of the stuff that's behind here, but you're not allowed to go and have a look at any of that. So pretty much shore base as you have it it's one of two sets that we have. The reality of it is one with the race course, the way it goes, and two, just the speed of the boats. The boats are faster than shipping, so we just can't get like one set around the world and it'd actually be there every time the boats show up. So the reality of it is what you see here, we have two of. We actually own, like this base itself is made up of 4 40-foot containers and the tent with a sail loft in between that gives us a 12 metre by 12 metre sail loft floor space, which like when you compare to what we had say 4 races ago, which was one container and a blue tarp hanging off the side of that container to give us a bit of shade. It's kind of the evolution of the races. It's come a long way. The actual within those containers, we'd like to think that we can pretty much cover anywhere between 90 to 98% of all the work that we need to do in any country we're at. So we have a container which we can show you that is basically a machine shop, and so they're shared containers. We have a machine shop area and a boat building area, which is a bit of an oxymoron really, considering the machinist wants to be so clean and the boat builders are probably, you don't want to call them pigs, but they're a little messier than what you'd call a machinist, so they kind of duke it out every now and then for how they're fighting for their area. We have a container behind us here, which is an office container, which pretty much is how we get our rib around the world. It pretty much fills that container every time we leave, and then we just use the container as actually we fully interneted up here, and there's nothing we can't do. We run the office here like you'd run an office. It's inside the building behind us. We also have a shared sail loft and rigging container. So basically we end up leaving the rigging at this end of the container so they can open the doors up and send hundreds of metres of rope out the front here. And then these sail makers have the loft here. They probably have the nicest area of the place where they just get a lot of the time they have a lovely aspect, and it's out looking over the water of Sanya or somewhere like that, or in Abu Dhabi. It's all pretty nice. What is different here right now is we're building this camper pavilion here, which technically would not be here if we're in the normal area there. It's just the fact that we are, through Volvo rules, what they've done to try and stop teams that have enormous amounts of money, or just the fact that teams that just want to have a big urban sprawl and grow, try to keep it neat. We have a base rule of 18 by 18 metres, or the equivalent of whatever that area is. So you could be 16 by 20 or 18 by 18 or 14 by 22, whatever it is. We went for the 18 by 18 option. Obviously we have 2 cradles. We don't actually take the flat racks around with us. Fortunately our sponsors supply those, so every port we show up to, a 20-foot flat rack's delivered to us, and then we just have all the cradle work that you see around here. All the aluminium stuff, the scaffolding, all that was kindly donated to us by Ulrich Aluminium, if you could mention that, a great New Zealand company. So we'd like to think, once the boat's here, we try to have a turnaround. Pretty much, if the boat was to say show up at midday, we'd like to think within 5 hours the boat's turned around, in the sense that it's been customs cleared. We've got rid of the crew. The boat's been washed out. It's up against the dock here. We're pulling the mast out of it. Then we're straight into the cradle and looking about starting on the work list. So hopefully, if the boat showed up here at lunchtime on Sunday, we'd like to think by 6 o'clock we're actually scaffolds up against the side of the boat and we're rolling into a work list. This stopover obviously a little different from some of the others, where we've got a bit of a reduced time format just through the way that the time that's taken for the boats to get here, and the slightly later start that they had, so we've lost a bit of time. We kind of pride ourselves on the fact that we can turn the boat round in about 5 days. So in theory, that's masked out, all the keel systems serviced, the entire sail inventory is dragged out and everything's done. And then on that 5th day we like to launch, get the rig in, and hopefully go for a sail that evening, and that's more just to start getting all the sails up and checking off all the repair work and things like that. We have a shore crew of 11 guys, and we pretty much cover every aspect. We've got boat builders, we have sail makers, we have a machinist systems guy, we have an electronics guy, and we have a rig team. And pretty much all those guys, we have a core group of work that they all do. Like there's pretty much, it's like taking your Holden into the Holden dealer and saying, right, it's 100 mile or 100,000 mile service or something. So the guys have a protocol and a process of everything they go through, which is just the basic servicing, and then from there it's obviously what has been damaged and what we want to evolve and make better and faster and lighter and stronger and all those kind of things. So that's pretty much the run of it. Obviously this stop over here, we're thinking of being out of the water by Sunday night, and we're actually back in the water Wednesday lunchtime. So don't take that as gospel because we haven't seen the boat yet, but the reality of it is we do have an open day down here at 4:30 on Wednesday afternoon. It's going to be pretty disappointing if the boat's not in the water and there's people lined up to see it. So Yeah, it's a good thing after doing the tour in New Zealand with the boat when we launched it in April, and just seeing just how successful that was, like being able to take the boat round to Christchurch to all those different areas, Gisborne, areas like that. It was just fantastic. So for us, it's pretty important we get the boat in the water and open it up to the Auckland public as well. They haven't had probably the opportunities some of the other areas in New Zealand have had. So yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to try and slide you all through here, but if we can, we'll try and. I can't really divide you in any way, and we've just painted the loft floor because we've had the opportunity now while we're waiting for the boat to tidy the place up a bit. But we can walk through here if you want. You're more than welcome to have a look.